So some of you know that I just got back from a trip from Washington, D.C., and it was pretty intense. There are so many museums in Washington, D.C., it is literally impossible to see all of them in a weekend. It was very intense. I've never seen the Declaration of Independence up close. I never looked upon our founding fathers, the Capitol, just everything in between was a surreal experience. But what I wanted to kind of go over is I realized something that I've kind of been pondering. And I knew it was going to happen, just the type of personality I have. I knew it was going to affect my thoughts and ideas, obviously, being around the past in such a way. One thing I've noticed, we have moved away so far, removed ourselves from what made our nation great. We have given up, thrown away so much knowledge, our insight, our want, our hunger to understand the world as it is, to truly understand our past, where we come from. Is the founding of our nation, what our forefathers, that obviously they did a lot of bad, but a lot of great things that helped facilitate and help form this nation as it is today. But just going back and going through the history and the understanding and just diving back into the past of what their ideology was, what their philosophies were, what they truly aspired for when we were just 13 small colonies going up against the greatest superpower at that time and saying we will no longer be underneath oppressors. We are choosing to do better and to show that we can do better and form our own union, our own nation, our own country. Honestly, it sounds kind of strange, but I almost felt kind of sad a little bit leaving. A lot of individuals today, they just don't care. I don't know if that's because we have too much freedom or too much emotion, whatever the case is. We can't approach different topics properly because we're coming from a place of not understanding and just listening to the court of public opinion, which 9 times out of 10 is consumed by people who are angry. And it is hard for intellectuals today to have a conversation about how to better our nation as a whole. The way individuals used to think back then, different topics, different situations. For instance, James Monroe, it's by a thorough knowledge of the whole subject that our fellow citizens are able to judge correctly of the past and give a proper direction to the future. We obviously do not talk like that anymore. That language is just ancient. We don't care to approach things correctly. We don't care anymore. I mean, we want to bring our own ambitions into the mix. We want to bring our own hatred, our own dogmatism into a conversation about any topics and policies that affect us today: abortion, gun rights, the border, everything in between. It's just absolute chaos. One thing I was reminded of, especially when it comes to the presidency, there's never been such thing as, a true in the middle, in the gray president who truly was not only in power to appease his side. A Republican, when president, obviously had ideologies and views that lean towards the Republican Party left. When a president from the Democratic side was president, they had views and policies and ideologies that only suited the left. It's always, for many generations, it's always been a president in power that only is there to fulfill his needs and the needs of the party, not of the people. And that's where we have lost our way. And our forefathers, everyone that has been here and died in the past, who came together as intellectuals and truly had that conversation about what does the future of a true free nation by the people look like. Most presidents back then starting out were truly there for the people. Okay, what are the people saying? What do the people want? Now, granted, back then, you're only dealing with a handful of states. Easier to govern is to listen to the people. It's like, okay, 95% of the people agree we should do this thing on this particular topic, make this policy. A lot easier back then. I understand that. Today we have over 300 million people who are super tribalistic, and that's just the direction. Have constantly gone down that road in that direction, that conversations can no longer happen. It is very much just a lot of noise. I was watching a video today, a podcast with like 4 individuals, and yes, somewhat they gave each other time to speak, but nobody was learning anything. It was just a bunch of noise. Sorry about that. I paused the video. Y'all couldn't really see that, but a couple seconds ago, or close to a minute, my dog was losing her mind out there. I don't know why, but I feel the need to apologize, because usually the way I want to approach things is lighthearted, somewhat comedic with my videos, and I'm going to try to approach it that way because that's just who I am, my personality. I want to approach major topics today differently than most people. I definitely don't want to hide my personality, but the reason why I seem kind of humdrum, more or less, in this video is I'm honestly just kind of tired, have a long day. I've watched many debate videos of intellectuals coming together and doing something, talking, but it was very much consistently and has always been just a ton of noise. Nobody learns anything from anybody. Nobody wants to learn. That's not why they're there. They learn on their own accord. They learn through their own sources, through research online, reading books, whatever the case. But the issue is the tribalistic tendencies are there. They don't even care to acknowledge or even learn about the other side. Y'all hate each other so much, and y'all probably don't even truly understand why y'all hate the other person or the other party y'all are talking with. I mean, sure, maybe you have somewhat of a concept of where they're coming from on various topics, you know, whatever individual you are conversing with probably has strong opinions and things of that nature, but you can still have a conversation and attempt to learn new things or try to understand where they are coming from. Now, granted, I've made my place clear, and I brought up the 2 different visions that both parties have, an open-minded vision and then a very closed-minded one, the pros and cons to each. I just need to state again that as long as your opinions and ideologies based off of what is factually true, what is actually rooted in reality, what is actually based off of thorough knowledge of the past and of the present, if that foundation is there, we can operate outside of that foundation and talk about our own opinions, our own thoughts and dreams about what policy should look like and what our nation should look like. Speaking about the border, yes, in a perfect world, I do wish that we did have open borders, because I'm a Christian, and yes, I want people to experience this country. I want people to enjoy this country. I want people to inherit this country and all the amenities and everything that comes with this country that makes this country so great. Yes, I wish everybody could experience that, and the homeless, the people who are suffering, the people who are, war torn, trying to get out of bad countries. Yes, I wish that open borders could be a real thing. That is a dream, a vision of mine, but I know to call myself out on the carpet and say that that vision, that dream, that hope, thought, that process in my head, that is not rooted in reality. I think everyone for the most part can agree that having wide open doors and allowing anybody to come in can potentially be a very dangerous thing, because we are in an imperfect world. Obviously, our country has so many issues. To add on open borders to other individuals that we don't know who have issues of their own, whether it be mental or terroristic, whatever the case might be, to just allow them in to the chaos that we are already going through doesn't seem like the most productive thing. I wish we could do that. I truly do. That is my stance on it. I wish we could have that, but we can't. And that's why we set up an opportunity for those things to become a reality. It's not perfect. It's not smooth. It's not 100% effective all the time. We do create a narrow path for people to get through legally and enjoy our great country. Most average Americans agree with that stance. But that's just one example of being able to talk about certain things as long as it's rooted in reality. I can go ahead and just go through the topics. 2 genders. Now, biologically speaking, per the facts, per what we know as a species, there are only 2 sexes. Typically, and there are some anomalies, rarities, but typically males have XY, females have XX chromosomes, which distinguish male and female. XY male can create sperm, XX female creates eggs. A lot of people might not know this, but speaking, which I kind of had to refresh my own memory, and that's why I implore people to, before approaching certain topics or certain subjects, to read, do all the research. It's fun, it's healthy for your brain, do all these things. So when it comes to biology, male, female, plain and simple, factual. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just what it is. Now, speaking on gender, identity, and okay, when did this start entering our society as a whole? When did this start to develop? When did this really start to take shape? And it started to take shape in the 1950s, 1960s. And it was actually by John Hopkins clinical trials, I believe. I could be butchering that, but it was by a person, John Money, and some other individuals who came up with the theory or the idea that biologically born, a male or a female, gender identity basically allowed you to view in your own way what you are as an individual, however you'd like to perceive yourself. It's not just bound by male or female. Yes, you were either a male or a female, but through gender identity, you don't have to view yourself that way, even though that might be biologically rooted in truth and rooted in reality that you are a male or a female. Gender identity frees you up to view yourself however you wish to view yourself. Male, female, on a spectrum, doesn't matter. To get to my point, when it comes to this, I believe this is a pointless, stupid topic and conversation to have, and I know a lot of people will probably take offense to that, but hear me out for a second. This is what I mean. Does that topic or conversation truly affect, as a whole, our people? And does it affect what direction our country needs to go in to further expand, grow our minds as intellectuals, to grow our society, to grow our unity? Is this topic truly at the top of the list? There's only a few, in my opinion, that belong in the top 5 of topics that really affect how a nation should govern and policies. And you have the border, you have gun rights, you have abortion, foreign affairs, things of this nature. I feel like are way more important than gender identity. Honestly, I could care less how you view yourself, meaning as long as you are an intellectual, a person who is driven, a person who wants to learn, who truly wants the best for society, who wants to further society as a whole, and actually wants to bring people together and have a conversation, then I don't care how you view yourself as an individual. Let's focus on the important things. This is the 1817 Project, and to commemorate and to give respect to our forefathers, which I think is due. Granted, like I said, they did a lot wrong, but they got a lot right. From the Declaration of Independence. And to not butcher it, I am going to read it. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is the 1817 Project. Sign out.